The sky spies over the Andes Mountains.
Welcome back to Retro Wednesday, the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about some custom-made upgrade parts for G1, Ironhide, and Ratchet. Now, we've seen this made many years ago by Gears for Toys, and I've just recently watched the Michael Mercy video of the Gears for Toys one. This is a different set. You can still get it easily today on eBay's, but I'm going to go over this, what all it does, how it upgrades the figures, makes them look better, and I also have these that I've had for a while too, so we'll see that, do some comparisons. These were a much cheaper version, but I've had them about 10, 15 years, not really sure. But we'll get into taking a look at all of this and more coming up. If you've been collecting G1 for a while, you know that this is a terrible figure. Now, all my originals are cheap. I got them as cheap as I could throughout the years. You know, maybe $5 in one, maybe $2 in one of these. And so with that, paying like $20 for an upgrade kit to make it look this good is no big deal. And actually, you really can't tell how bad my originals look when they have the kit on. But this is a terrible, terrible looking figure. And the other part of it is this, which I don't even know if I'd display it next to that because I don't really care. But as a kid, I never even cared about this. Like, this literally just got tossed aside. I never tried to use it as anything more than just the back of it when it was in alt mode. But with this upgrade kit, it makes this a much better, useful figure, and it will work really well. Now, I'm going to get into this kit here. The Gears for Toys literally just had the shoulders and arms. It's like this part here. And with that, it was a good upgrade. And at the time, I was like, well, I got these, I think, for $5 each. And that was much cheaper than going this route. Even though this does look better, I was still trying to stick with closer to an original kind of look. But how do we install it? So let's start with that. You put your figure in this configuration. You just kind of move the arms around into this sort of configuration just so it'll fit on there. And I think I'm missing my windshield. Then this slides onto it like so, and it's nice because it actually has this little piece in here. Slide and hold it into place, but you have to slide it in like so, and it goes into place just like that. Now, whether it's this kit or any other kit, you're going to find that it's going to be wanting to lean back a lot. Or at least if yours is, you know, old, used, and worn out as mine. And it is a little shorter, so to make it taller, make it this much taller, this particular kit will have some leg pieces. Now, the leg pieces, you slide the legs in like so, you point the toe down, and you give it some height. And it actually feels more like Ironhide and Ratchet. That's ingenious. Creator did a great job. And then there it is. Not only that, but to keep all this stuff in place, there's an extra little T-bar piece. Now you need to find the hole right there. See that hole? And make the T-bar line up to it, which could be a little bit tricky. That's probably the trickiest part of all this. Make the T-bar line up and then push it in. Yeah. There we go. I had to do it off camera just a little bit just so I could see what I've got going on there. And then now it's in place. It holds it in place. Then these legs actually keep it from doing the lean back. Lean back. Lean back. And you get what looks like a really good figure. Incorporates both the original figure and the parts, and it's sturdy, and it looks a little bit bigger. So we get into comparisons. You can see what it's all about. Also included, this gun is included with it. Also an adapter. So this adapter is so that you can put this original gun, because let's just see, does the original gun, it sits in there, but it doesn't really hold in well. You could just set it in there, but instead there's an adapter, and it holds it like that. So if that's a thing that you want to do, then you can do that. So pretty cool stuff overall. Yeah, I like it. It works out. We haven't shown Ironhide much love, so let's give Ironhide some love here. Let's do some articulation with this. You got the head, side to side, and I bet, I haven't even tried it, but I bet you could wiggle it out if you wanted to. I don't see the point of why. Shoulders move, and they come all the way out if you want. But you could widen his shoulders just a bit if you want to get a little wider look to it. I wouldn't do too much because you'll probably start losing the tension in it if you messed around with it too much. But you can get the shoulders a little wider there, which I kind of like that wide look. And you have an elbow articulation in it, which is far more than what you got before. And then that's about it for articulation, but that's still more than you had before, and it works. Now there's one new option. Oh yeah, you have hand articulation, but you also have hand removal. Oh, I probably picked the wrong hand. You picked the wrong hand to mess with, and you could slide it out if you're not being careful. It can slide out of the position there. It's made for display, not for play, but this is a feature. Then you can put this little piece in here, and you've got that. And what's it do? It's like a freeze ray. Forgot what this piece does, but it's got that piece. So really, really cool stuff. And I probably won't display that on there because I just kind of simple and plain here. I like it like this. I like it like that. But yeah, cool stuff to add to it. Now, let's see what the $5 kit does. All right, let's kind of move these guys out of the way here. And now we've got some more. These I picked up for like $5. My Ratchet had this. One of them had this on there. I got these from Toy Base 10 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And that was like glued in place so it'd have a head sitting right inside there. I thought that was kind of cool. But, all right, what do we do here? We take this and we slide it over this. And it gives a little bit of a chest to it and a head. And then some people say they like to do this with the arms to make it look like there's his arms. And I thought it was interesting for $5 for an upgrade. I didn't think that it would be all that great of an upgrade. And I think the head, you do get up and down movement a little bit. That's all you really get out of it. And some people are 3D printing this also, because I don't think that this company makes them anymore. But yeah, I think that's kind of how this kit works. Well, that's my belief in this, because the arms still make no sense. Like the head's way up there and the arms are right here. This still makes no sense. So giving it the look that these are the arms and now the hands are the shoulders is, I think, how people display it when they use this kit. Hey, I might be wrong. I've had this for years and I've never actually displayed it like this. I just kept them in that baggie, which is kind of strange, but options... well, options are good. Here we go with a nice little happy family here. And let's put in I like to try to make the colors contrast with each other instead of blend in, but try to have some dynamic poses with, I know it's ridiculous. There's really no way to put these little chunky dudes in dynamic poses that make sense, but there it is. Trying to do that, but missing link. Now, as you can see, these figures have bumped up considerably. So that's why I kind of have them all like this. Little too short and weird looking originally. And then now this makes a little more sense. Still not as big as Ironhide should have been. Ironhide should have been about the same size as Prime from the show. Like, he was a pretty good sized dude. Maybe a head shorter, not this much shorter. But this makes it a little bit closer to reality. Still kind of far off from reality. I guess now I'm going to have to... I don't have a choice. I guess I got to go get a Carbot to do a Carbot comparison. But I still think it looks better. Way better in my collection. But, you know, if you have this little just the head thing too, I mean, that still looks okay. He gets by. He's got bird legs, though, and missing parts, of course. All right, so mixing in a couple of Carbots. As you can see, before, there's no real world where in the animation Ratchet and Ironhide were shorter than any of the Carbots. that never was anywhere in the animation. Now they're a head taller, almost exactly a head taller than the average size Carbot. So that makes a lot more sense to me. But still kind of they're in the Carbot category because Prime still towers over all of them, but still, what would Missing Link do? What would Chikara do with Missing Link versions of Ironhide and Ratchet? I'm always curious about that. Also, I'm curious what everybody thinks about these upgrade kits. Is this something that you would be using with your G1s? Do you see the improvement, the enhancement, how much better these kits make it? And I've got to say that there are, I think, 2, maybe 3 people making the chest and shoulders and head. I think only one guy's doing the legs, so that is a pretty cool little kit going on right there. But I'm going to be making a couple more videos culminating in a bigger video about buying the stuff from people who are making customs and creating custom items, whether it be add-on kits or whether it's entire figures, whether it's custom playsets and stuff, because that stuff's not going to be around forever. So if you like this stuff, get it now. Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe. Try to hang out.
I saw him destroy you.
An illusion, Skyfire. You and Starscream saw one of Hound's holograms.
Then you are functioning.
How is Skyfire, Ratchet?
Not good. He was badly damaged. And Starscream blasted him for it. Well, that's all I can do.